And joining us live on Street View at lunch is Jigar Shah, Senior Vice President and Head of Research at Kim Eng Securities. Hi Jigar, always good having you with us on ET now. What's your sense of what's going on in the market? We've seen a bit of a pullback after the correction that we've, after the rally that we saw. Now, last few days we've seen again a bit of a rally back in trade. What's your sense on the market direction from here on?
Well, I think market is unlikely to go in one direction, and I think the volatility will continue because we have the credit policy due, and then obviously some political or other events will continue to make the market drift on either side depending upon what's the sentiment then. But on the whole, this kind of correction which we saw in the past few weeks gives a good opportunity to look at individual stocks where there is a lot of merit and there's a lot of opportunity for investors where there is no cause of concerns on fundamental basis. So I think it is a good period of opportunity for those who are looking at slightly medium to long term point of view.
Jigar, what is your sense on the kind of outperformance that we've seen in the IT sector, and does it seem like it is here to stay? And if someone's completely missed out on the rally in the past few days, can one still deploy money and make profits?
Well, I think it is becoming a bit difficult to defend the favorable view on IT given the valuation in the near term and lack of triggers. But I think looking at the rupee dollar parity today and that it may continue for another few quarters, probably IT will remain an overweight sector. In particular, if you ask me, I think the mid-cap stocks are still well placed in terms of valuations. When you look at the likes of Persistent or CMC, for that matter Infotech Enterprises, I think lots of these stocks are yet attractive, trading at attractive levels. Even I would include Hexaware there. Although the large caps are definitely looking a bit pricey at this point of time.
Jigar, what about the infra space? What's your sense on what's going on in the infra basket? Because there seems to be a fair amount of pressure that a lot of these infra stocks have been in trade. Do you think it's best for investors to avoid this space entirely?
Well, once again, we will have to start differentiating between the quality and the not so quality out here. And what I mean by quality is the balance sheet, cash flow, etc. And there are definitely some companies which are now becoming more and more interesting from a valuation point of view. If I look at companies like Crompton Greaves or Voltas, BHEL, IL&FS Transportation, I think a lot of these stocks look quite attractive, although they are still not on our buy list. But I think the valuation is making them attractive, and there is no balance sheet or other hangover. So these would get re-rated sooner than later.
Jigar, what's the expectation from the upcoming RBI policy, and if it is a status quo policy, do you think that could disappoint the market, or is that pretty much digested in?
Well, I am not the right person to make a prediction on the rate cut, etc. on the 19th of March, but our economist says that there is a 75 basis point rate cut possible in FY14. So obviously I think there is some possibility on 19th March also. It will be good given that you have a reasonably controlled inflation in the near term, which may again start going up. So if that happens, it will be good. At least for the sentiment part, it will be good.
Finally, Jigar, when we always have you, I always ask this question to you, which is your call on the stock RIL. What's your sense? It's seen a fair amount of strength over the last few days, last few trading sessions, and one gets the feeling that news on the regulatory front is likely to be positive over the next 6 to 12 months. What is your call on the stock?
Yeah, I think the RIL stock is now getting very right kind of vibes because it's a clear beneficiary of the rupee depreciation, which helps its earnings in the short term. Secondly, the company is back on expansion program, etc. So it's now again talking about large capex, etc. Thirdly, we are seeing sort of easing of concerns on the regulatory part, which was really an issue, and we still have a trigger in terms of the new natural gas pricing policy. If that gets approved while this government is in power, that will be a huge thing, and that will be very, very positive, even though it will start getting that benefit later on, but it will be very positive. And there could be some more catalysts in terms of the retail and telecom initiatives turning good. So yeah, I mean, today there are very little negative factors for RIL compared to positive. I mean, compared to negative factors, and it seems better. Although I won't comment on the stock price or recommendation, but yeah, I think directionally the situation looks much more positive than what it was 6 or 12 months back.
Okay, Jigar, let you go on that note. Thanks for taking time out and joining us as always.